in a way like a business sectors is doing, then we will be able to see excellent schools. So if I may suggest for business sectors to form collaborations with schools and improve managerial skills, leadership skills of our school principals, so we will be able to improve the quality of our teaching in the school and improve the quality of our education through the leadership of their principal.
I would like to invite our honored speakers, Pak Anies Baswedan, former Minister of Education and Culture of Indonesia, former Governor of Jakarta and founder of Indonesia Mengajar and Aksi Bersama. Thank you so much, Pak Anies.
Now, with this being said, I'd like to raise two questions, actually, if it's okay. So, from your experiences, Pak Anies, with the Indonesia Mengajar and Mr. Isaiah with Pemimpin, what do you think are the hindrances to scale up very great initiatives that we can see at the grassroots level? Because, of course, we see that there are many interesting ideas that we can explore, and especially these are done by people at the grassroots across regions, in Indonesia, for example. But there are hindrances, there must be hindrances that we have to identify, because in many of these great ideas do not find their way at national scale. So that's my first question.
Does any of the speaker panelists would like
Chelsea,
to add?
if I may respond to this great discussions that we have heard. Number one, Brian, I agree with what you said earlier. We need the smart people, not only in business, not only in the civil society, but also in politics. We need to have smart people in politics. And if I may add to that, on top of being smart, is people of integrity, person of integrity. If you combine the two, integrity and intellectual, you will have powerful politicians in your system. That's clear. And then number two, with regard to what are the hindrances of good idea, I agree what you said earlier. If I may add to that, we in government often think that with authority come knowledge. It actually doesn't work that way. You may have authority, but you may not have the knowledge, right? So that mindset needs to be there. And government need to reach out to communities, especially those who are practicing educations. So who are they? School teachers. That's number one. Number two, school principals. So those are key. I think if the mindset is shifted from being regulator, from being service providers in educations into collaborator of educations, and then you are seeing others as partners for education. So it's not, when you're seeing parents, you don't see them simply as customer of educations, but you should see them as partner in educating our children. So that mindset needs to be shifted. And then number two, given diversity of our society, especially in Indonesia, we often need not to make everything symmetric across Indonesia. Allow diversity in our policy. Those living in the highland, those living in the rural area, those living in the coastal area, they may have different sociological setting. That policies of education in those areas need to be tailored to the need, including schedules of the school year. Our school system, the schedule is adjusted nationally, and often it doesn't work and doesn't sync with the local needs. So let's allow rooms, Rafsi, for diversity of contents, diversity of policy across Indonesia. Now, we all mentioned about teachers and the importance of teachers. If I may ask the audience on the issue of teachers and 21st century and technology. There's one simple question. Can teacher be replaced by technology? Raise your hand if you say no. If I may see. Can teachers be replaced by technology? No? All right, thank you. Those who think teachers were replaceable by technology, raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, thank you. Perhaps my questions were phrased in the wrong setting. If I rephrase the questions, what kind of teachers is replaceable by technology? What kind of teachers that can never be replaced by technology? You will see the answer clearly, right? So there are teachers who are replaceable by technology. So what matters is not about the technology, but about the teachers. If we improve the quality of the teachers, no longer mechanistic, no longer just recycling materials, then we will find our teachers irreplaceable by technology. Okay? But if teachers were repeating materials, mechanistic, it's so replaceable by technology. So we need to improve the quality of our teachers so that they will be able to use technology and teach better students, be better teachers. And if I may add to that, it is way much more important, besides improving the quality of our teachers, is improving the quality of our school principal, because leadership matters. If the leaders of our schools were able to manage their school in a way like a business sectors is doing, then we will be able to see excellent schools. So if I may suggest for business sectors to form collaborations with schools and improve managerial skills, leadership skills of our school principals, so we will be able to improve the quality of our teaching in the school and improve the quality of our education through the leadership of their principal. Let me end it there. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pak Anies, for sharing your insights. I would like to invite our panelists now to briefly respond and to share a final reflection or a closing statement before wrapping up the session. Maybe starting from Pak Anies. Yeah.
Closing statements here. All right. You know, the questions that was raised to me earlier is about what is outdated from our school system. I think we need to reimagine education for the age we live in. And if I may, one more time to give questions to our audience. You may use your cell phone, because I would like to ask questions, and please answer my questions. I have two questions. First questions. Please answer privately and don't look to your next person. Be honest. Jangan mencontek. No cheating. 8 by 7 equals. Please write your answer. That question is number 1. Question number 2, or assignment number 2. Can you write 2 lines that rhymes? 2 lines that rhymes. Tuliskan 2 kalimat berpantun. Can I have a volunteer to answer question number 1? Raise your hand. It's not 56. Okay. So our education system works well. All answers 56. Second questions. Can I have volunteers to read your lines? 2 lines that rhymes. Can we have volunteers? Raise your hand. Yes, please come in. Can the committee lend him a microphone? Two lines that rhymes.
Thank you, Mr. Anies Baswedan, for the question. I would like to introduce myself. My name is Mirumi Avatara Blavatsky. I'm from Seoul, Jakarta, Sekolah Cikal. And then my line is Indonesian. 2 lines is pergi ke sekolah menuntut ilmu, masa depan cerah takkan kelabu. That's it. Thank you, sir.
Nice. Your nickname, please?
Sorry, sir.
Panggilannya, nickname?
Miru, sir. Miru.
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 Oke. Bisa diulang sekali lagi pelan-pelan kalimatnya? Repeat your lines slowly.
Pergi ke sekolah menuntut ilmu, masa depan cerah takkan kelabu.
Terima kasih. Kasih tepuk tangan buatmu. Can I have one more volunteers? A lady, if I may. Equal opportunity. Yes.
Hello, test?
Yes.
Hi, everyone. My name is Myra Siragar. I go to the University of Al-Azhar, Indonesia. for the
Rhymes,
two
yeah.
rhymings. I actually wrote this last week. It's not about Indonesia, sadly, but it's for those yang mungkin bercinta atau ada pacar. Roses are red, violets are blue. Somewhere in my heart lies a flower bed. I have a bouquet for someone like you. Perhaps that could be you, Pak Anies.
Unfortunately, it was written last week, so anyway, with these two questions, is there anyone whose pantun, whose line is exactly the same as the two that was read? None, right? Look, the first questions, everyone has the same answer. The second questions, no one has the same answer. The future of education is determined by the second questions and our ability to educate our children to answer second type questions. That's for the future. So, what is outdated in our education system, what is outdated, we've been teaching our children with the first type of questions, memorizations and everything. And we need to shift that. So, if I may conclude as a closing remark, it is very important for us to start shifting into 21st century approach in educations. And that education must not simply prepare people for jobs, and therefore do not use the word a human resource development plan, but it's human capital, human development. That's what needed. And then the third aspect is inclusion. It is extremely important to address inclusion in our system, and it is critical that all children across region, urban, rural, have equal access to one, schools, two, teachers, and both were quality schools, quality teachers. So, as a final call, ASEAN has a chance now to redefine educations as more than just a ladder for individual success, but education must be a foundation for a just, inclusive, and future-ready ASEAN community. And I think if we dare to rethink boldly, education can be Southeast Asia's greatest contributions to the world. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pak Anies Baswedan, for sharing your insights. And thank you for everyone for joining us. May I
invite the team to please hand out a token of appreciation, a special FPCI jacket for all panelists, and of course our moderator. Thank you, Agatha Chelsea, moderating this session, and thank you, Bapak Anies Baswedan. Thank you, Associate Professor Dr. Nguyen Tan Lam. Thank you, Mr. Samuel Azaya and Mr. Chatra Kiv. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause for the moderator and panelists of session A5. And yes, please, can you please come towards the center as we will take a picture for session A5. And I will help with the countdown. 3, 2, 1. Once again, 3, 2, 1. All right, thank you very much. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, speakers and moderator for A5, you may now return to your seats. And we hope everyone had a great discussion in this session.
Kalau peduli jelas, itu satu yang buat saya lebih mantap ya, bekerja bersama Pak Anies.
Satu amanah, ya. Dua, adil. Ketiga, bekerja sistematis berdasarkan ilmu pengetahuan.
Yang memiliki ketulusan dan memiliki gagasan untuk membangun.
Anies itu bekerja sistematis, nggak nunggu viral dulu baru diurus.
Memiliki kompetensi, memiliki track record yang kuat, memiliki komitmen terhadap keadilan dan kesejahteraan yang sudah terkonfirmasi.
Sepanjang Anies memimpin, tidak ada orang yang menghinakannya dia dilaporkan, apalagi ditangkap.
Pak Anies ini ibaratnya seorang aktivis yang beliau itu juga intelektual.
Beliau itu sangat menjunjung tinggi konstitusi, sangat menjunjung tinggi aturan. Jadi membuat kebijakan itu tidak pernah lepas dari aturan.
Dalam setiap peristiwa-peristiwa penting, dalam sebuah keputusan krusial yang beliau harus ambil, beliau selalu melibatkan pertimbangan ibu, selalu meminta restu ibu, dan selalu meminta doa ibu.
Ngomong sama beliau itu nggak ada persoalan yang nggak punya solusi. Kalau kita ngomong, kita menyampaikan, pasti gitu loh, bikin jawaban itu bikin persoalan itu jadi enteng gitu loh.
Anies visioner, Anies intelek, Anies otentik.